Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Cadiz nil, Barcelona 1. Barcelona managed to get the 3 points away from home against what was a very difficult opponent in Cadiz. Now, guys, before I get started on the video, I talk about the match in a little bit more detail. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, for these type of match reactions, as in every single match reaction, if you guys want to join in, give your thoughts, also join the conversation, feel free. Just go on X at CulePodcast and click on the link that I post. That way you guys will be able to join and give your opinions and discuss with me as well. But guys, let's first look at the lineup in which Barcelona lined up with against Cadiz. Now, as you guys can see right here, you have Ter Stegen in goal, you have Marcos Alonso playing as the left back, Christensen partnering Pau Cubarsí, you have Hector Fort out on the right, and in the midfield you have Sergio Roberto, Or Romeo, Fermin Lopez, and up top you have Joao Felix, Vitor Roque, and Ferran Torres. As you guys can see, this is like a heavily rotated lineup from Xavi, and this is all because Barcelona played a huge match, a very intense and demanding match against PSG in midweek, and knowing that we play PSG again, in the return leg on Tuesday, it makes sense to rest those players who played such a high pace and intense game, because PSG they don't have a game in the weekend. They are going to be resting, and so it's only necessary that Barcelona do the same. But the overall game, I would say it was a relatively professional performance from Barcelona with a heavily rotated lineup with players unfamiliar with each other. Because this is probably like the first time all of them played together as a team. Barcelona got the job done well. Joao Felix being the man of the match, he won the MVP award for an outstanding piece of magic in which he scored a bicycle kick off a corner, which was absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't seen the goal, go make sure to check it out. I believe I posted it on X, so if you guys want to go see that, feel free. But Joao Felix, he was by far the best player in the match, just creating so many chances, causing danger throughout the match, giving some good link-up play, and just like Joao Felix was, I would say this is one of his better performances in a Barcelona jersey. But now, talking about each player individually, starting with Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, he had a good game. He had a good game. There was one particular save in which he made against, I believe it was Sam. Wait, how do you pronounce his name? I don't want to butcher it. Samas. Okay, yeah, the number 6 player. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't want to butcher his name. But it was a very, very good save from Ter Stegen. He had that like photo finish slash airplane save. They call him Ter Stegen Airlines, and that's why I say it. But Ter Stegen, he had a good game. What's up, yesterday? Decent win for Barcelona. Now Tuesday, absolutely, absolutely. We got a win against Cadiz, which keeps us alive in La Liga. We still are 8 points behind Real Madrid, but with El Clasico next weekend, things could change. Barcelona, they wanted to reach El Clasico, still with some possibility of winning La Liga. And if we beat Real Madrid next weekend, which depending on what the feeling is like after Tuesday, if we win, maybe we're on a high. If we lose, I don't know. But Barcelona, they can clinch that 8-point deficit to 5, and anything can happen. Anything can happen in football. But talking about individually about the defense, I thought Pau Cubarsí, he played fantastically well. I was surprised that he actually played 90 minutes. I thought that he would have gotten some rest, knowing that he played in midweek and that he's going to start on Tuesday. I thought he would have gotten some rest, but it seems, being 17 years old and just coming into football, it is an advantage. Hector Fort, he actually started, I think, for the second time ever in that right back spot. Before, he always used to start on the left. Christensen and Marcos Alonso did start. Christensen came off, I was in, it says right here, in the 62nd minute. I did talk about it in yesterday's video that the medical staff and the professionals, they say, hey, Christensen, we have to watch his minutes, because if he plays too many minutes at once, then that comes to bite him, and he picks up these like small little injuries that can cause harm. And Marcos Alonso, first time coming back in a couple of months, and he did a job. In the midfield, you had Fermin Lopez, who I thought played brilliantly, guys. The amount of runs, his little turns, his little shimmies, the passes that he was giving, it was absolutely brilliant. Fermin Lopez proving once again just what a quality player that he is. And, he's telling Xavi, hey, on Tuesday, I am going to be playing a big role in that match. And, I don't think that Fermin Lopez is going to start that match, but I definitely see him, coming off the bench and playing some important minutes. Romeo started the match alongside Sergio Roberto. Romeo, he didn't really do too much. He didn't make any mistakes, which is important. Sergio Roberto, on the other hand, he played really well. He played really well, and this is something that you can't fault Sergio Roberto. It doesn't matter which position he plays on the pitch. He's always going to give you 100%. And maybe the quality isn't there, but he's always there when you need him. And we talked about Joao Felix, and now, guys, I want to talk about Vitor Roque. And Vitor Roque, he didn't have a brilliant game, to be honest. He played, I would say, over an hour of football, just that, and he didn't really have any opportunities to make his mark, as well as Ferran Torres. None of these two players had a brilliant game, and you can't fault Vitor Roque that much. He hasn't been getting that many minutes as of late. This is his second only start in his, and this is first ever start in his natural position. And so, like, how can you fault him? And he's still relatively young. He's 18 years of age, and he needs time to adapt, time to grow, and just he needs minutes. He needs minutes. But guys, that was the lineup in which Barcelona, they lined up with. And as I said, talking about the match, it was a professional win, decent win. Barcelona focused on the match, wanting to get the victory, to stay alive, in order to go to the Bernabeu and maybe try to clinch a result. And now we turn all of our focus against PSG. That's going to be the huge tie. And it was a good sign that we saw players like Araujo, like Lewandowski, Gundogan, Cancelo, Frankie de Jong, all of these key players who've been playing a lot of minutes throughout the season, rested, and they're going to be out 100% in order to face PSG in midweek. And talking very briefly about the subs that Xavi made. He brought on Jules Koundé, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and Rafinha in the second half. As it was getting a little bit dicey for Barcelona. Guys, they were putting a lot of pressure on Barcelona, and they were close to getting that goal. And as well, in the 85th minute, Marc Casado came on to play his second ever game in La Liga. And he managed to get a huge block, towards the end of that second half, and then the dying minutes of the game, in which was a key block. And Marc Gasol is a player that I want to see more often in the team. But overall, guys, it was a professional win from Barcelona. We got the 3 points. We move on to Tuesday, and now all focus towards PSG, and let's finish the job. But guys, that was it for the match reaction. And not too much to discuss about the game. Joao Felix, magic from him, gets us the victory, and we retain second spot in La Liga. Girona dropping points, which now creates a 5-point gap between us and the other Catalan club, and we move on to PSG. But guys, that was it for the match reaction. Thank you guys all for tuning in. On Monday, we're going to be talking about that PSG game in more detail, and then as well as the other UCL matches ahead, and just seeing, hey, what can happen, and what shock results are in store for us. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.